Sit at My Grave, Season 1, Chapter 5. Arden sighed, trudging back to Reed's car. Honestly, a little surprised he didn't just barge in and tell him to hurry up or something. Arden got to the passenger side, opened the door, plopping back in his seat, now noticing Reed was talking on the phone. Probably the reason he didn't come in, Arden thought. He watched as Reed began driving after he got settled, still talking. Yeah, I know, I told you. I'm coming. Arden was taking forever. Yeah, I'm driving right now, babe, Reed said. Arden scrunched up his face hearing that. Yeah, he's coming along. I know, right? Reed laughed loudly. Glanced over at Arden, punching his arm. Arden made a face at him before rubbing the spot. Yeah, we're about to tear it up. Are the boys ready? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's going crazy tonight. Reed continued his conversation, grinning, as he started to drive out into the neighborhood, getting to the busy street. Arden grabbed his own phone out, starting to scroll around. He wasn't interested, but he couldn't help but hear Reed's conversation. He knew exactly who he was talking to. Amory, Reed's supposed girlfriend. Arden always thought they were a weird couple, though. The way they talked to each other. He didn't understand it. It was like they were always taunting each other a bit, trying to get a rise out of the other. And on one hand, Arden didn't just care much for Amory at all. He thought she always seemed kind of crazy. She was jealous a lot and always spoke very openly and loudly about things she really shouldn't. Looked like she aired out all of her thoughts and didn't care who heard them. Guess they're good for each other, Arden thought with a shudder. Before he knew it, they pulled up to the club. Arden felt his skin crawl already as he stiffened up in his seat. People flooded the parking lot already, drinks in their hands as they stood around or sat on the curb talking to each other. The big tinted windows in the building flashed foggy colored lights, and the music could already be heard thumping as Reed found a parking area. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, see you, babe. Reed finished his phone call, clapped his hands together, rubbing them before he turned to Arden. Are you ready to go? He asked, arching his eyebrows. Yeah, sure, I guess, Arden said, unable to hide the uncertainty in his voice. It's just a club. Don't be a wallflower. You might actually have a good time, Reed suggested. He reached over, flicking Arden's nose, and quickly got out of the car before he could react. Reed, Arden was starting to say, but he got out of the car, and another voice cut him off. Reed, hey, baby, Henry squealed with her slightly raspy voice. Her hilt sandals clicked across the parking lot as she dashed over. Reed smirked, opening his arms as soon as she got there, swooping her into them. They shared a kiss, Emery giggling as they did so, wrapping her arms around him as well. You don't got any lady friends in there, do you? Emery questioned as they parted from kissing. Look around, maybe one climbed in, Reed told her with a smarmy tone. You aren't funny, Emery told them as they kissed again. Wasn't trying to be. I'm a musician, not a comedian, Reed said. Emery bit at him in a playful manner, making Reed chuckle. Oops, I didn't even see you there. Hey, little Reed, what's up with you? Emery asked, waving at Arden, after she finally somewhat parted away from Reed. His arms still slung around her waist as they looked at Arden now, but awkwardly got back on his phone. Arden. My name is Arden, he corrected her. Yeah, and I do not care that much, Emery told him sharply with a click of her tongue. Let's get in there, come on, the boys are waiting, Reed said. Oh yeah, they've just been warming up, Emery told them as they began walking towards the club together. Well, how do they sound? Reed asked. Good, but you know they sound the best when you're there, Emery said as she grabbed Reed's face from under his chin, kissing him deeply. Oh yeah? Reed questioned lowly, both of them keeping their eye contact. Yeah, she said, smiling against his lips. They all entered the club. The music was much louder on the inside. Arden looked around the place, astonished. He'd never been to a party like that. There were so many people, lights flashed with crazy colors. He spotted groups smoking together, dancing around, so many intoxicated people, doing whatever they pleased. It was like stepping into a different world for Arden, one he was convinced he didn't like very much. Arden stood back, taking it all in. He shook out of his daze quickly, though, noticing Reed walking off with Amory. "Hey, where are you going?" he asked. "I have to go practice. We're gonna be on soon," Reed told him, both having to almost shout due to the music thumping through the place. "Hey, does anyone want to dance?" The girl suddenly stumbled over, slurring her words a bit while smiling. Are you blind? He has a girlfriend," Emery snapped, curling her lip in a bit of a snarl. "That's so great for you guys. The girl began slurring again. Her eyes suddenly got wide. She leaned down, jolting forwards, puking on the floor. Arden grunted in shock as he jumped back. "That's disgusting," Arden said, covering his nose. "That's showbiz. Now, I'll see you later. Go mingle and get ready to rock out," Reed told him. He stuck his tongue out with a grin before he ran off. "Come on, baby, we gotta hurry," Emmy urged, tugging on Reed's sleeve. The two quickly ran off together, navigating through the crowd. "Reed," Arden tried calling out, but quieted his voice down once he realized he was alone. "Where did they... Hey, well, do you want to dance?" Arden jumped a little when the girl on the floor got back up, wiping the puke from her mouth, still grinning. Arden quickly darted away. He wasn't scared to be there, but it was uncomfortable. It seemed wherever he was trying to walk, he was always bumping into people. Thankfully, most of them were tipsy, or already dancing on each other, so they didn't notice him much. That was until... "Hey, you've got a problem?" Arden got startled hearing a guy shouting at him, having accidentally made him spill his drink on himself. A small group of people in that area began taking notice, a few of them taking out their phones in case there was going to be a fight. Arden didn't like confrontation, but he wasn't going to apologize to that guy either. "Maybe if you weren't so drunk, you could have held on to it better," Arden responded boldly, tilting his chin up while squinting his eyes at the man. "Ooh, who's this guy? There's about to be a fight. No one talks to Big Ted like that," the group began jeering. Arden felt a rattle of nerves go through him. He'd faced people picking on him at school. He wasn't a scared type of guy, but he also had never been in an actual fight. Thought himself to be pretty much an intellectual, and he could handle a lot of trouble without having to go to fist or hits. Well, who's this guy to yell at him? Some idiotic drunk. He wouldn't show a white flag to this guy. You're a tough guy, yeah? Coming here knocking my drink on me and then act like it's all my fault? I'll teach you, you punk, Ted yelled. He chopped up his words due to intoxication. "Fight! Fight! Fight!" people began chanting. Some laughed as they got angles for the brawl, creating a sloppy circle around them. "This is stupid. We're not gonna fight over a drink," Arden argued, getting irritated with the people hyping it up. He turned his attention back to Ted, who began backing up a little before charging at him. Arden quickly side-hopped, tripping a little. He began taking off, pushing past the circle. "Get back here! You haven't been hurt yet!" Ted screamed, dashing over. He even threw a bottle at him, causing it to fall on the floor, cracking across it. Arden continued moving, having to shove his way through, hoping if he got far enough away, that guy would just forget about him and leave him alone. After running through the place and tripping on a bit of discarded garbage, Arden finally found a door that led backstage. Without much thought, he rushed in and closed the door behind him, only now realizing how fast his heart was beating. Big Ted was massive, especially compared to Arden. If Ted figured out where Arden had gone, he might be having the first serious fight of his life. Sit at My Grave, Season 1, Chapter 6. Arden stepped into a dimly lit hallway. As he walked in further, the lights got a bit brighter. The room was pretty plain, grays and browns coloring the walls and floors. The most unique bright things there was the graffiti from past artists that played there. Plenty of electrical outlets and extension cords were around, along with a few scattered metal chairs. Reed and his band were back there, playing a few pieces of their song, practicing. Everyone synced up and knew exactly what they were supposed to be doing. Emery was involved, helping with placements, making sure everyone had what they needed before going on stage. What would I do without you? Reed questioned with a smirk. His guitar strapped on now. Emery stood in front of him. She teased her fingers through his hair, fixing it for him. Same thing I'd do without you. Be really disappointed with life. Emery responded, pecking his nose. Hey, Martin said, approaching them, still shaken up. Dude, what's he doing here? Drummer asked, pointing a stick at Arden. Arden spoke roughly. He was in a mix of being angry but still in shock. He knew they would be around him, but he hated seeing Reed's friends, too. Isn't it obvious, Eric? He wants the heroes to warm up, Reed said. I want to go home, Arden said in a low tone. Reed frowned. Yeah, right. We're performing in a couple of minutes, Reed reminded him, frowning. I don't care, Reed said a little louder. Arden said a little louder, causing the bandmates to look up. I hear the last song fading out, Henry said. Eric, Gary, take the drums out. The curtain should be closed right now. Hurry and set up, she said, getting them to start hustling. Reed, let's go. I shouldn't have let you drag me here in the first place, Arden complained. Why are you freaking out? Seriously, just tell me, Reed said, his casual demeanor slowly shifting. Babe, I'm gonna go to the front spot to record. Go kill it, Harry whispered in his ear, giving him a hug and kiss on the cheek, before she slipped out. Reed hardly had time to say a proper goodbye. He and Arden were too focused on each other in a stare-down match. This is stupid. I don't want to be here. This place is a nightmare. Arden got louder now. He was frustrated. The whole night seemed like a bad decision. He was upset and embarrassed, although he didn't register that part. Arden, we're playing at an actual club. They asked us to be here. We're making a video here. Can you stop freaking out for just a second? Reed questioned, frustration leaking into his voice too. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure this disgusting club's gonna get you or that band anywhere. You've been practicing for years, long hours too, and what do you have to show for it? Can't even buy a new guitar. Arden blew up at him. I'm not listening to this from you. At least my career isn't being some freak, Reed fought back. Come on, it's time. Let's go. Eric came up, grabbing Reed's shoulder. Arden didn't get a chance to reply before Reed went up on stage, getting into poses with his bandmates as they were being announced. Arden knew a lot of him getting angry didn't have anything to do with almost being like. Arden knew a lot of him getting angry didn't have everything to do with almost being jumped by Ted, but years of whatever him and Reed did with each other was irritating him. They fought often. All their moments weren't horrible, but Arden couldn't deny his anger right then. He wanted to storm out. Reed was always pushing, teasing, picking at him. Now he drags him to some club with a bunch of idiots and doesn't take him home after he almost got beat up. He couldn't stand to be around him. And certainly he didn't want to hear him play, so he slipped out. When Arden got back to the main floor, he could hear the music playing. Most people were trying to sing along or dancing. Arden tried to block it all out. He ducked down, hiding himself as he found the exit of the club. He walked down to the parking lot, figuring if Reed wouldn't take him home, he'd get home himself. Gal would be his best bet getting home, so he decided to call him. Surely he had to be done with whatever he was doing at home by now. The phone shined a soft glow on Arden's face. He looked up briefly at the sky, noticing a thick cloud rolling in. He sighed and looked back down at his phone, dialing Gallant's number. He stood there in the dark parking lot alone, his mind still festering from earlier. He was sick of Reed, his nonchalant attitude towards everything, the way he had the audacity to get upset with Arden. It made him even more upset. Arden was doing real important research, while as far as he considered it, Reed just made a lot of noise with his friends. Arden, is everything okay? Gallon's tired voice answered. Can you pick me up? Arden asked. Heard movement from Gallon's side, probably getting out of bed. Where are you? It's so late. Gallon questioned, still groggy with confusion. I'll text you the address, Arden told him. Yeah, sure. Okay, Gallon responded, trying to wake himself up. Arden knew Gallon must have gone to sleep much earlier. There was someone, but if there was someone you could count on, even at such an inconvenient time, it was always Gallon.